Hey everyone, this is Nikita Negi from Insuright. Today we are going to discuss about the cyber insurance. To guide us through this discussion, we have the chairman and the co-founder of our company, Mr. Ajay Khovala.
Hey, hi
Welcome,
Nikita.
sir.
Hi Nikita.
Uh, to begin with, could you please explain me what is cyber fraud, sir?
Yeah, so definitely it's a buzzing topic today. So when you talk about cyber insurance, we have all now digitalized. We have all moved to digital platforms. Today in our mobile, there are hundreds of apps, which are somewhere or the other connected with some or the other financial transactions. We buy something on Google, we buy something on Amazon, we buy certain places, a lot of things. So keeping that in mind, basically we have moved to a digital era, digital platforms. And as the more and more exposure to digital platforms is increasing financially, transactional finance, when I say financially, so the more chances of fraudulent activities around that is increasing. So earlier at the time, there used to be loot. You carry money and then somebody will come and snatch that money away from you. But in today's scenario, the snatching or the taking away the money is digitally. As we have moved to digital era, the threat of the cyber attacks is increasing day by day, and the people who are doing this cyber frauds are getting more and more intelligent with the information available on the in the public era basically.
Correct, sir. Like, is there any product to cover that?
Yes, absolutely, there are products available, and I would say this is as important as having your health insurance policy. Today we ensure that we are covered by health insurance policy, but we don't take care of our financial health. There are products available which are called cyber insurance, or various different names insurance company gives. So these products basically takes care of all possibilities of cyber frauds, like your digital theft of fund, your KYCs are been stolen by somebody and misused, cyber bullying, or on digital platform somebody is threatening you, extortion, cyber extortion. So
Correct.
there are a lot of add-ons available which basically safeguards you against varieties of digital frauds today.
That's very interesting, sir. Most of us are using online bank applications, and we always worried about like what if we'll lose our money. Like, is there any cover for that?
Yeah, definitely. So when we talk about cyber insurance, that's a very, very primary cover. That's a basic cover, I would say. And loss of fund, which is basically covered in the policy. It's not only through your mobile app, even though you are doing it through, say, laptop, any format of using your online banking, either through mobile or laptop or any other. Even though you are using it any of the public domain, also it will get covered. Only thing is you need to be careful about using in public domain, but in any format, any cyber loss of fund happens digitally, it
Okay.
gets covered here. So loss of fund is definitely the most important, the relevant cover in the policy.
Okay, sir. What if I'll share my OTP and later I got to know that it's a fraud?
Yeah, so see, definitely as such OTP sharing is not permitted. RBI does lot of advertisement around this, that we should not share our OTP and password. These are two basic things which we should always retain with us. We should never share our OTP when we receive an OTP, and message also will always have, you don't share this OTP with any third person. And sharing your ID password, these two things are not permissible. However, scenario based insurance company looks at in different fashion sometimes, that you shared your OTP in a good faith, you never shared it that somebody will misuse it.
Correct,
But
sir.
primarily I would say you should not share your OTP, and insurance company would not cover you if you share your OTP, because this is your basic fundamental which you should, like, adhere to. You should not breach this, that sharing your important information, if you share, definitely it's going to, you are going to have a loss, or fund loss around this, so you
Correct,
should
sir.
not be sharing that.
Like, what if we will click the link through SMS or WhatsApp? Like, most of us, like common friends, shares the like links, and we just click, and later we got to know that it's a scam. It can be covered or not?
Yeah, so yes, definitely whenever you receive any link, either through SMS or even on your email, or on WhatsApp, so primarily what we suggest is, please always have a look at before clicking on the link. Please see who has sent it, is it a genuine source or not, and then click it. But to answer your question, yes, if you click on a link which has malware, or which has some sort of and it will definitely cover you for the loss of fund there.
Sometimes we download the app and later we got to know that it's a malware. So what is the malware and what is, like, it can be covered or not, sir?
Yeah, so malwares are basically the applications or the softwares which basically interact with your mobile applications and misuse the information available on your mobile. So basically, they extract the important information like your ID passwords, which you have saved on your mobile. You have banking apps where the your login IDs and passwords are saved also. So those information they will extract using this malware, and they will basically siphon away the entire money. That's the scenario. So if you download any application, because I'm sure you download an application considering it's a genuine application. Nobody
Correct, sir.
downloads the application considering it will misuse my data.
Because it looks very official, no, sir?
Absolutely.
Yes,
So
sir.
you download it, but when you download, kindly be little cautious that when you download, let it be from a proper like Play Store or any of this kind of uh, avoid as far as possible from some website, because websites might be having those kind of applications which they want to promote in this fashion in malware.
That's
But to answer, yes, we are covered if you download any application and which has a malware or malfunctionality in your mobile. Because of that, it gets covered in your policy.
okay, sir. That's very interesting because I was also not aware about that. And all of these can be covered into like malware and the QR code and phishing emails.
Yeah.
All of these can cover into like which is the cover, like, sir?
So basically, your loss of fund will cover all this part.
Okay.
Your even QR code scanning also is covered here. Many times we go to the ATM center and we insert our card. When you insert your card, there are some people who put some chip on in the place where you put your that
ATM.
card, debit
Yes, sir.
card, and they will scan your card, and this card they will misuse at various places and they will debit your money. That is also a digital fraud that also gets covered in
That
the
okay,
policy.
sir.
So all these are part of loss of fund basically.
Sir, what if my KYC documents are compromised?
Yeah. Okay. So yes, that's quite common issue again. Your KYC documents are available today on your mobile phone. Plus, you give everywhere, wherever, like you have to, probably buy a new SIM card. Also, you have to give, and various places you have to share your KYC documents.
Correct.
Now, any misuse of KYC documents, not only through your mobile, through any other person, physically also, if you have handed over your KYC to somebody, like for buying a mobile SIM, for example, and you find that somebody has opened your bank account, has taken a loan in your name, and because of that, whatever the kind of losses you have
Okay.
by compromising the KYC, you get covered in the policy. Again, there is an add-on available under which you can cover all this kind of identity loss, theft of identity basically, where your KYC documents are been stolen, misused without your permission and knowledge,
Okay.
and this gets covered in the policy. It's very much available.
So this is the most common problem in this digital world, that maximum of people are using social media. And sir, what if I'll like my social media account get hacked and someone will make my fake ID and try to connect with my like close friends, and later he will that person will threaten us. Like, is there any policy and cover for that?
Yeah. So as more and more digital era is developing, we are moving to social platforms. Social media platforms misuse definitely gets covered in the policy. So there are various scenarios in which basically say somebody hacks your social media account and demands money from you, that if you don't give me this much of money, we will post certain important information which they have got to know about you, and they try to threaten you that if you don't give me certain amount of money, we will post this on the social media, and overcome that, whatever legal opinion support you have to take, plus in case there is a extortion money which supposed to be paid, all these will be part of this coverage, wherein your social media loss or impact will get covered in the policy, wherein many times they will show as if you are the person, like, so they will impersonation of your identity,
Right, sir.
and they will behave as if you are there and you are asking for money from your relatives. So those kind of all expenses also in this policy will be covered.
Okay.